lot of times simplifying radicals with just numbers underneath, right? Now we're going to add variables. Woo-hoo! It's going to be fun. All right, so if m is a multiple of 2, okay, or when it says multiple of 2, that also means an even number. Okay? So if our exponent underneath the square root sign is an even number, okay, all we're going to do is we're going to take it out from underneath that square root sign and divide my exponent by 2. Okay? If it's not a multiple of 2, hence if it's an odd number, okay, that's when we have to break it apart. Okay, we're going to break it apart into the closest even number and then just by itself. Okay, so following our rule from right here, okay, the square root of x squared is going to be x. Okay, all it does is divide that exponent by 2. Okay, so over here, number 2, if I have a coefficient, we're going to reduce that. Okay, so we're going to simplify the coefficient. What's the square root of 9? 3. So we get 3. What's the square root of k to the 10? K to the 5th. Good. We divided that 2 by 2. So 2 divided by 2 is 1. So, and then we just have that imaginary 1. Okay, does that make sense? Yeah. Okay. All right. Now I have an odd number, right? All right, so now I'm going to split it just like I did when I was simplifying numbers, right? I'm going to split it into my closest even number. So the square root of n to the 4 times the square root of n. Okay, because now I can take the square root of n to the 4. What do I get? N squared. And then this guy has to stay underneath because I can't reduce him anymore. So it's n squared times the square root of n is my answer. For the closest even number, so basically you're subtracting 1 from it. No. Okay, yeah, you're subtracting 1. Okay.
Okay, so what is the head?
It would go to 6. Yep, you're just subtracting 1. Subtracting 1. Okay, so here we have, okay, so we have the square root of 40, right? Okay, so first we have to, we're going to split 40 into the square root of 4 and the square root of 10. Okay, and then we're going to subtract 1 from a to the 19th because it's odd, right? So we have the square root of a to the 18th and the square root of a. This pen is going to be the death of me today. I apologize for my horrible writing, but it's just not working. All right, so can I take the square root of 4? What do I get? 2. Can I take the square root of 10? No, so I'm just going to leave that here for now. Okay, but I got rid of the square root of 4. Can I take the square root of a to the 18th?
Yes.
Yep, what do I get? A to the 9th. Okay, and that guy. So we simplified those two, right? A little confused. Which one? Oh, yeah. Well, because you divide by 2. Huh? Right, but this is different. We're taking our rule, if we're exponents on a variable, we just divide those by 2. Okay, it's different than simplifying 40. Okay? It's, all we're doing is taking our even number and dividing it by 2. Yep. Yep. Okay, and then the square root of, what do I have left? 10 and 8. So my whole answer is 2a to the 9th times the square root of 10a. Okay, I know, it's super confusing, right? Okay, that's why we've got plenty more examples to do, because the only way to learn how to do these is to do a little bit of practice, right? All right, so this next one, square root of 25. 5. Okay, because that's already reduced down as far as we can go. Oh, this is going to be, this is not cool. All right, we're taking this. All right, so now that I have a pen that works, I can take a deep breath and not freak out. So, square root of 25. 5. Square root of x to the 6. X to the 3rd. All right, so now I have to split this, though, right, because it's an odd number, into the square root of y to the 12th and the square root of y. Square root of y to the 12th. Y to the 6th. What am I waiting? Well, but, okay, so taking the square root of y to the 12th, the rule is we take it out of the square root and divide it by 2. Divide the exponent by 2. So I'm dividing the exponent by 2 and taking it out of the square root, but what I'm actually doing is taking the square root of y to the 12th. Okay? And then do I have anything left underneath? The square root of y. So this whole thing right here is my answer. Yeah. No, you have your hand up. You asked. Yep. That's as far as the variable can go. Okay? Not done. We took 6 divided by 2. Okay, does that make sense? Okay, so to get to our x to the 3rd, just remember to take the square root of x to the 6th, we take it out of the square root, and divide our exponent by 2. Okay? Lauren? So when you divide by 2, yes. Okay, that's how we're getting it out of the square root. Okay, that's the rule for taking the square root of it.
Okay, so for like the variables, like the stuff.
Yep.
Do we put the first letter between the other?
Yes. Yes. Very helpful to do that. Okay, so we've got the square root of p to the 15th, q to the 9th, and r. Okay, so are any of them even numbers? No. So we've got to reduce them all. So I'm going to simplify the square root of p to the 15th into the square root of p to the 14th and the square root of p. I'm going with q into the square root of q to the 8th and q. And can I do anything with the square root of r? No. No, so that just stays the square root of r. Okay, so now let's simplify what we can. Square root of p to the 14th. P to the 7th. Okay, so that guy goes away. Square root of q to the 8th. Q to the 4th. That guy goes away. Can I simplify anything else? No. So then I make a square root, and what goes underneath my square root? A p, a q, and an r. Yep, because I have p to the 14th and p, if I put them together, I get that p to the 15th. Okay? super confusing right now, isn't it? Okay, but it's getting a little better. We're starting to answer some questions, okay? All right, so now I have a coefficient that can be reduced. What can I do 63 into? Root 9, root 7, and I have an even number here, right? So let's just keep it as the square root of the square. Okay, we will, but right now it's still underneath the square root. Okay, so square root of 9, 3. So I've got to simplify. Can I simplify 7? Nope, so I'm going to leave him. Can I simplify b squared into b? And then what do I have left underneath? Square root of 7. Okay, all right, so number 8. What can I split 27 into? Root 9, root 3. And then I have to split end of the third into root n squared and root n. All right, so what can I simplify? Square root of 9 is not the square root of 3, just 3. And that goes away. Can I simplify the square root of 3? No. Can I simplify square root of n squared into n? So I got simplified. And then what do I have left for underneath my square root? 3n, because those are the two that couldn't be simplified. Okay. All right. So, now we got a number out front. Oh, I know. Sheesh. Okay, but remember, numbers out front aren't anything to worry about. Okay, they just stay out front, so I'm just going to leave 8 out front here. Okay, 320. Now, there are a bunch of buttons. Think of your perfect squares. Yeah, that's a pretty small number. Okay, I would start with some of the bigger numbers. Can we do 144 is not going to work, right?
64.
64 you found, Chris? Sweet, 64 and what?
5.
Woo! So 64 and 5. Okay, and now can I do anything with my x? No, so leave him under. And we're going to leave y to the 4. Okay, because all I did was pull everything apart right now. Okay, so 8's out front right now, right?
Yeah.
So leave him out front times, what's my square root of 64? Oh, 8. 8. All right, so he's simplified. What else can I simplify? Y to the 4th into y squared. And then what do I have left that's underneath there? 5 and x. All right, so the only thing I have to do over here is I have 2 coefficients, right?
Yeah.
So let's multiply those together and get 64 y squared times the square root of 5x. I know, this is good stuff right here. Okay, let's do 11. Okay, nothing else in front. Let's look at it. We got to do 128. Square root of 64, square root of 2. All right, and then we got to do p to the 5th, square root of p to the 4th, and with p. We can leave q squared, right? And I can leave r to the 18th. All right, so now let's go through it. Can I simplify square root of 64 into 8? Can I simplify root 2? Nope, so leave it. P to the 4th? squared p, q squared, 2 r to the 18, r to the 9th. And so I crossed off everything that I simplified, right? And what do I have left? Q and P. I don't have any Q's left. Just 2P. Okay, this isn't an easy lesson, is it? Okay, are you ready to try some though?